hour is late. The reading on. Let's call the spirit. Let's talk to them more. Between the world, heaven or hell, I call you. Reveal yourself. Between the heaven and hell, I call you now. Reveal yourself. For the moment I want to ask with whom I'm talking now, and deliver the message and disappear somehow. With whom am I talking? Z kim rozmawiam? With whom am I talking? One, give me more. Okay. Two are in a grave, like two on a graveyard. Digged deeper than others. Graves deeper than others, people's graves. Two people laying together in these graves. One almost on another. Like, that's inhumane. But anyway, two in a grave. The older and the younger kids. Two kids in a grave. And there is a third kid, which is sick. Like, somebody have or had three kids, two dead on a cemetery or digged in the hole and hid those two kids. They were screaming at nights, the whole nights, screaming and screaming, like half of the year. And suddenly these two disappeared and lay next to each other. And this one is the last kid, also severely abused for narcissist. Mother, grandmother. These two are telling on that one narcissist who is abusing the last kid, which will be dead sometime later. These kids tell about that one. These numbers may give you some traces. How does the... Oh, I'm sorry. It's exhausting. Yeah, that's the message of two kids on the ground. They were abused by a narcissistic mother or mother-in-law, shouting at them the whole days and nights, giving advices to other karmic individuals. Nasty, clumsy, lazy, pathological women. Giving advices how to abuse more, how to hit kids, how to do crazy things to these kids. Just awful. That's just awful. And there is one kid more right now. Also a target, the last one, who may die, and even on days. And the message from Spirit, from these two, they don't feel pain. They finally can play on the playground. Nobody touched them. Nobody does bad things to them. No one is shouting at them. Nobody is starving them. Just nothing. They feel nothing. They feel relief. These two kids, which of death, are happy. Now they are happy because they don't need to deal with that narcissist. And living with narcissistic mother is the hardest thing in the world. The hardest. They don't even know how huge the jealousy and this psychotic ways goes. Even poisoning their own kids or shouting at them, beating them, threatening them. It's crazy. But these females are out of any rules. Like they think they are only because they are women and old women, old, like, you know, looking like shit women. Even if they look good, it's just like always jealous about kids, and that's sick. How a mother or a father can be jealous about their own child. They should be proud of them and talk good things. Yeah, it's just, you know, my psychological part of my life is speaking up. Passing exams in psychology, psychiatry, and being psychoanalyst is just like awesome. For myself, I don't do it for other people. It's just like too much work. It's very long and very and costs are very high. No one can afford it. Almost no one. Never mind. So let's see. What do we have here? So they don't want to come back. They are good where they are. They just don't want other kids to be abused. But the law needs to change. People's mindsets need to change. And new generation needs to be born. Each one who goes against the chosen ones, the innocent ones, the good ones, will be like a fried crisps in hell. And that's the reality of that situation. Burning crisps in the hell. That's all I want to tell you. To that, one kid still alive but chained to a narcissistic mother. Small kid. I think that's a boy, like 6 years old. And 6 is just like abuse for 6 months. Harassments, abuses, shouting, violence, domestic violence, 6 months for that kid. And it started more when that kid was 3 years old. 3 years old. The final message. Men don't give a fuck. They even like seeing kids abused. Next to this, karmic, narcissistic, sociopathic, pathological people. Men don't help. They ignite more pain in these kids. It's just cruel necromancy reading, but it's just like these times. If you can't defend, they will just do crazy shit to you. Men doesn't help. Men also abuse, harass, and use opportunities, and do nothing about such situations. If there will be even one, that will be a miracle. Time for changes. I told you. See? Time for changes. Ace. Narrow ways. I call it narrow ways. Cutting. with the true of changes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, the Spirit. Now go away. Leave me alone. Leave my soul where it should lay. I release you wherever you want. Go back home. Feel good. And simply be who you are. Rest in peace. Thank you. Time for changes.